Hey guys, and welcome back to another Jay the One-Eye Gamer. This time, this video is going to be a little different. It's not something I've done before, and it's talking about a Kickstarter project that I'm very interested in called Destiny Chronicles. Full disclaimer, I am a backer of the project, and I'm also not getting paid to make this video. This video is just me wanting to get the information about this game out there so people can hear about it and maybe check it out if they are also interested in the game. So we'll start off, we'll talk about the developers. The developers are called Visual Noveler. They have made 2 games already off Kickstarter, which I think have been successful, and that's Anime Simulator and another visual novel game that I can't think of the top of my head right now. But this is their 3rd game, and obviously this is their first foray into something that's not a visual novel-esque title, so there is a little concern with that. But I think there is enough passion for this project that it will make a good action RPG if anyone's interested in playing that. To talk about it, we'll just jump into what Dynasty Chronicles is. Dynasty Chronicles is action JRPG in the vein of like Tales, Kingdom Hearts, and other action adventure games that I can't think off the top of my head, but those are the 2 biggest juggernauts I know of. It draws inspiration from Kingdom Hearts and I think a little from Tales, tries to combine them into its own identity, which I think is a good idea. It's also a little unfair to obviously hold an indie developed title with probably like maybe 10 or maybe 15 people as opposed to Juggernaut such as Kingdom Hearts, which obviously has a team of probably like 100 plus 200 plus people working on it. So just to keep that in mind, that's what the game is. It's also being developed for Steam, aka the PC, with a PlayStation 4 and a Switch version coming out later digitally. They said that if they did make a physical copy, it's only going to be for the PC at this time. The game is also kind of reminiscent of Kingdom Hearts because you're in control of only one character, but you have 2 AI companions, so you can set them up however you want. The combat's fast and fluid. It's got a little hack and slash element to it, but I'll talk about that further in the video. We can talk about, probably with that, we'll jump right into the story and the characters of this world. The story revolves around a young squire named Celeste, and Celeste is a page, which is in case you guys don't know, that is a knight in training till they eventually can join the knighthood. What happens is, one day, the leaders of her order decide to send her out to a village to protect a ancient relic from being stolen. Celeste goes out there on her journey, comes to the ancient temples, and while she's there, she runs into a mysterious thief called Kalia. During, I believe, the opening, first boss fight of the game, Kalia takes off with the artifact that Celeste was told to protect. And so she returns to her village. Obviously, her elders of the Knight Order are not happy with her on this, and Celeste takes it upon herself to go out in the world and find Kalia and figure out why she stole this artifact and what connection she has to this mysterious thief. And so that's the premise of the story. That's what gets you catapulted into this world. Celeste will also be, like I said, you'll have 2 AI controlled companions coming with you, and those will be in the form of a mercenary for hire, Villana, who is an archer, and from what I understand is she's also considered like somewhat of a blue mage because she has buffs that she can give to the party and debuffs she can give to the enemy. She finds Celeste and apparently takes a liking to her and decides to help her out for free, which is kind of nice. I think that's very nice of her. And the next and last party member, as of I know right now, is a mage called Ruby, who is part of the research and archaeological society of this world. She goes around traveling to the ancient ruins that are left, obviously figuring out the mysteries, the secrets, what they hold and all that. And then at some point she runs into both Celeste and Villana, and the 3 decide to team up to handle what is about to probably happen in a grand adventure. So that is the premise of the story and the characters as well, and hopefully you can see that I have the characters bios and everything up on the screen, so if you want to take a look and read for yourself, you can, and just pause the video. But that's essentially it. That is our main cast as of right now, what has been told to us. So I personally like it. I like all the character designs. I really enjoy how they look. I'm very curious to see how it will look finished, if they can get it finished in this world, and how the combat will be different. The world itself is pretty interesting from what I gleaned off of the starter. The world is split up as you would, and hopefully I had the picture up here. You can see it's split up into mountain areas, field areas, forests, icy tundras, a city by the ocean, a vast sprawling world that you get to explore tour and talk about a little about the locations. One is called Azure Bay, and Azure Bay houses built along the Azure Bay grew into a beautiful city of Anacor, which became prosperous thanks to the lively fishing business and its locations, making it an ideal place for vacationing. And many tourists visit each year. The military force assembled by Lord Eldest ensures the safety of Ancor's people, and that was the excerpt from the actual Kickstarter page. You have also the ancient ruins, a place of mystery and intrigue that is unfortunately being overrun by monsters, so it's hard for scholars and archaeologists to actually go in there and decipher anything that was left by this ancient civilization. And then we have the Auroran Tundra. Far north of the cities, freezing winds transform the land into an icy wasteland, stricken by constant snowfall and bitter temperatures. Few people venture into the Auroran Tundras, and those who do prefer not to linger. Rumor says a group of people have set up camp here despite the inhospitable conditions, but most people dismiss these claims as nonsense. So you can tell it's very interesting. They're putting a lot into their world, giving each area a unique prospect, which I enjoy personally. I love it when an RPG explains a lot about the world, its history, because sometimes when I play the game, I find that there are stuff that happens in the past that might be a little more interesting than what's going on in the main story, because sometimes you hear like these awesome tales of like ancient warriors or heroes who just did all these amazing things, and you're like, wow, I'd like to play as that guy because they just sound balling. That's the characters in the world of Destiny Chronicles. Next, we'll talk about the combat. And combat, like we said, is a mixture of like hack and slash with a little of, action RPG-esque. I try not to say Kingdom Hearts a lot because it's not fair to compare an indie project to a juggernaut such as Kingdom Hearts, because obviously you'll see a vast difference in the quality just because, like I said, Kingdom Hearts is run by a multi-million-dollar company. They can have more people, more resources to put into the game, whereas this is a game of labor and love, but I think a good product nonetheless. The combat is going to you'll have two different buttons. You'll have a weak attack and a strong attack, obviously, like in most warrior games, so that'll help you out. You'll also have access to spells, and you'll be able to hotkey up to at least 4 spells at your disposal to different buttons, so you can use that. From what I understand is Celeste, who is the main person you control throughout the whole game, she is supposed to be extremely flexible and easy to control, with the ability to cancel certain moves into other things, like maybe mid-slash. She could do a roll, a jump, maybe cast a magic, or do other skills, so that's very interesting. At this point in the game, she can't jump just because it's in pre-alpha. Everything you're seeing is in pre-alpha, so as they further go on, they'll give her the ability to jump. And then obviously you have different levels, easy, normal, and hard, for the various challenges, different style attacks. I tried to show off as much as I could. You could probably see the one where Celeste is dodging the giant tree golems like rock smash. Like I said, guys, all the animation is in pre-alpha, so it's not super polished. This is just them being able to show off to us why we should be interested in the game and what it hopefully can eventually start to look like. So that's what's got me interested in the combat. I think it's okay for where it is right now, and when it's super polished, I think it will look even better. The music also, because you have to have a sick tune while you're beating up bad guys. The soundtracks, obviously I can't get them on here because I don't know how to do that, but if you go on the Kickstarter, which I am going to leave a link to into the description so you can check all this out, because I'm just giving you a brief summary of everything that's on the Kickstarter page. On the Kickstarter page, they only have 3 music samplers of the main title, the battle theme, and I believe Celeste's theme, and they all sound great. My personal favorite has to be the last one, which I think is the battle theme, called Engaged. When I listen to that, it reminds me of like an old school Tales of like battle music, which always gets me pumped. So at least in the music department, I think it's going in a really good direction to make you feel connected to this world. And while we're talking about the music, we can also talk about the art, and it just looks beautiful to me. Like all the still images that they've drawn for the characters, how they look, their costumes, their outfits, some of it looks really beautiful, like the one with Celeste calling out to Keela as they're running away in the rain. I think that looks amazing. Like I think that's that's really well done. Or the one with all three of the characters just chilling in a field, looking up at the sky. I think that's really well done too. I think the art direction for this is really well done as well, so you guys don't have to worry about that. I think that's about it. But what I wanted to say about this video is, like I said at the beginning, I'm not telling you guys to automatically go over and fund it without like checking it out for yourself, reading up on it, seeing if it's something you like. I'm just making this video to put the information out there, so hopefully you guys, if you like action RPGs as much as I do, then maybe this will spark your interest to check the game out. Maybe also talk to some of your other friends, see who is also interested in this. Maybe like you have other friends that like maybe Tales or Kingdom Hearts or other action RPGs, and you tell them about this title. Get more buzz about the game, because right now there's not a lot of information about it, so whatever limited information I'm trying to get out there to help this grow, because like I said, I am backing this and I would like to see it funded, because this is the very first game I've ever decided back through Kickstarter, so it'd be really nice to see if it could reach its goal. Speaking of which, the goal is 40,000 to get the whole thing started, and as of right now of this recording, they are at 17,706, and they have 16 days left before the Kickstarter ends. The Kickstarter is going to end on November 3rd at 10 a.m. Anywhere between then and now, you can check it out, see what you like, read about it, get in contact with the developers, ask them questions, because they're very good, I think, at least to me, because I usually leave them a question and they get back to me within usually like 12 hours or a 24-hour period. So you know that they're willing to answer questions and talk to you about it, so that's always good to know. Like I say, guys, I'm not getting paid to make this video. I'm just doing this because I want this game to at least get a little more attention out there and maybe more people to think about it, because I think it's got the potential to be a very good game. That's why I backed it. So that's all I'm trying to convey to you guys, is that maybe if you see it, or maybe something in here struck a chord with you and you want to check it out, you can, and then maybe you can talk to your friends about it or talk to other people about it and just get the information out there, because the more information we can get about this game out there, the more likelihood people will talk about it, hopefully get interested, and then, you know, back the project, or at least talk more about the project, because that's all I really want, is to just get the information out there so people can make their own decisions about the game. And I'm sorry if that sounded like rambling. I'm not used to doing this type of video or this style of video, so I'm trying not to make it sound like I'm telling you guys to back it if you don't want to. I'm just like I said, I backed it for my reasons, and I just want you guys to have information there if you're interested, so you can check it out for yourselves. I'm going to, like I said, leave a link to the Kickstarter page down in the description, so if you want to check it out, you can. I would highly recommend it. I just gave you a brief summary of what's on the site itself, but obviously when you go on, you can dig into it deeper. As always, please leave a comment, a like, or if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button if you want to. If you don't, that's fine, but you still want to keep up with my videos, just click that bell button. It lets you know when my videos are coming up, so you don't have to worry about that. Sharing this video around will really help out, because I just want this video out there to help get buzz or the name of the game out there so people can talk about it. If you want to leave me anything, you can always leave me stuff in the comments, like I always say. I'll get back to you as fast as I can. Tell me if this game interests you, if you've never heard of it. Is this your first time hearing of it? Are you interested? Did you go into Kickstarter and find it interesting? Like, hit me up with that. If you don't want to hit me up in the comments, you can always hit me up on my Twitter. That will be in the description as well, and I always try to get back to you guys as fast as I can. That's gonna do it for this video. I'm sorry if this all sounded like rambling. I hope this video did a decent job of at least conveying half the things I feel for this game, and hopefully it gets you a little interested or a little hyped, and maybe you will check it out for yourself, because that's all I really wanted to do with this video. I'm sorry I'm rambling, but like always, guys, I want you all to have a great day, and remember, let's rock.